as I said, it's an expensive trip. It always is. That was $200 Canadian and 82 cents to get a bag of special dog food and then the medication. But you gotta get what you gotta get. So we won't be buying tiles this payday. The backsplash tiles will have to wait until the next payday now. So, pity. I was looking forward to doing the next lot of that, but I will double check the balances during the week, and if I find I've got a bit left over, I'll go and pick some up anyway later in the week. So, to get back to the story about this issue, the difference between what we know as knowledge and what we want to have other people do in their companies or with their children, it's a very, very understandable frustration. And that's the thing I want to start off by saying. It's understandable that with extra knowledge, with all the goodwill in the world, I can totally understand why you get so resentful and so frustrated. And when I spoke to this particular viewer yesterday, what I said to them was, you've got two choices. One is that you go and find yourself parents that are much more health conscious and food conscious, and work with them. And then obviously the automatic answer came back, yes, but what about the boys? I would feel terrible leaving the boys. Well, let me tell you something that I know from lots of experience. The boys will survive, even if they end up eating donuts and McDonald's. They'll be fat boys, but they'll probably survive. And you have had some influence in their lives because you have made sure that for half the day they're eating well. And which is probably more than a lot of people who feed their feed their children junk food. So I think you've got to look at it and say, you know, can I cope with this frustration? Or is it going to be detrimental to my health to continue to watch this going on? The other thing was they had given a commitment to be there for the boys for, you know, the whole school year. And yes, we all want to keep our commitments. Very, very understandable and commendable. But quite honestly, if it's really having that much effect on you negatively, then do yourself and the other people a favor and get out of the situation. The boys will survive. The same thing as if you're working in a company where their values just don't match yours. Do your boss and yourself a favor and get out and go and work somewhere else. If you can find somewhere else to work. This doesn't make you a bad person or the other person a bad person. And as usual, it is a case of the people who are making these incorrect to you actions, be they bosses, parents, whatever, their knowledge just isn't at your level. That doesn't make them bad people. You also have to know that for a lot of working parents, they do try and spoil their kids with treats. That's how they buy the love back. Hi, I'm pleased to see you. Here's food you really love. I love you. That's the message they're trying to send. They don't say, here's the food that's going to make you fat and obese and probably give you diabetes. They don't actually say that. But I know that's what's going through the mind of this knowledgeable nanny So I can see how frustrating that is, and that in itself is detrimental to your health. So the choices are: go find a family where they eat healthily or want to, and share your knowledge. And by the way, you can end up with 2 kids from hell, because for sure if they got that bit right, they probably something else about them that you can't stand. Or keep working with the 2 little boys that you obviously adore, and take baby steps in improving their food intake. I think if you work, for example, on making fun juices for the kids, healthy ones, but fun ones, and get them to help make them, and sort of say, what juice would you like for breakfast? What would you like in it? Strawberries, or raspberries, or bananas, or, we're going to make you a milkshake for breakfast. You get kids in that mentality. The idea of having a milkshake for breakfast is probably even better than having chocolate milk. So it's all how you word it, and just, say to them, just remember when Mommy hands you the chocolate milk tomorrow, or when she goes to the fridge, say, I'd like my juice, please, that we made yesterday. I made it specially for breakfast. And get them starting to choose their own handiwork. Baby steps. Needs to be really small steps. And eventually, maybe the mother will taste the juice and find out, wow, that tastes good. And maybe ask you how you did it. And then start storing more than 1 or 2 bottles in the fridge. Enough for the boys and the mother to take to work. So that would be my recommendation, to not overreact to the situation. However, if you don't think that you can tolerate taking the baby steps and quietly helping this family, then absolutely, look again and find yourself a different place to work. And pray that they don't end up being the family from hell. All right, so I'm back home. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I had a terrible thing happen to me yesterday. I did a whole video yesterday a vlog, when I was driving. And when I went to upload it, for some reason, the angle was completely wrong. Now, I've been doing this every day for months and months and months, and the angle's never been wrong. I don't know what happened, and I'm praying that this one worked today, but there's one thing, the only time I'm going to find out is when I go upstairs and try and upload it. This is Dear Mama Sal saying, thanks for listening. Bye for now.